Kiki Connell, obviously, anytime you can PR, I'm sure to be able to have this stadium, as the venue. I mean, obviously the performance of Brian Clay was great, but then to have it happen here, at Drake Stadium, Jim Duncan Track on the Drake Relays, how special is this?
Oh my gosh, words can't describe it. I'm gonna get emotional. I've been running here for years, and just going in, my coach and I talked. We have the regional mark pretty secured, and so this was just an opportunity to race. Going into it, not feeling the best. We did lots of water jumps yesterday in preparation. A little tired legs, but we went in with whatever the time is, let's just go out there and compete. And I was on the drive down here and I said, Blue Oval magic, like it's gonna happen. I have a lot of people who love me here, and I didn't know that was gonna happen, but I'm super appreciative and just with all my support. And I just got done and was just overwhelmed with joy from the Lord. Just being able to pray with the girls before the race and just really take a second to absorb whatever was going to happen, just the joy that was going to follow the race. So.
Well, in terms of having a teammate like Sheridan Wilbur.
Oh my gosh.
Wheeler, I should say. Just how much did you push you throughout that race? I mean, you two were battling it out. I'm sure it's like at practice basically.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've kind of been on different schedules with her coming off of rally, having a little bit of nagging heel pain, and then me going out to Brian Clay. So we were kind of on different schedules, but it was so fun to line back up and get ready together, and it's just so great. She has more experience than I do, and so being able to not only compete next to her and just know like, hey, I'm pushing her, she's pushing me, but also just like the joy of everything lined back up together. And we're going to toe the line at conference, we're going to toe the line at regionals. It's fun to hand off the baton to somebody like her for the future.
How many Drake flags do you have?
This is the first. Actually, this is the second.
Okay.
Peter Smith ran for Iowa State All-American in the 1500 last year. I told him I had never had a Drake flag before, and he is the humblest, most godly man I've met. Before the Drake Relays, he goes, I'll win you a flag. Next day I knew this was sitting in my locker. So I have one unearned, one gifted, and now one earned. So
now that you've earned it, does it feel pretty good?
It was unbelievable. It was surreal to be able to push through knowing that was at the end of it, but also just the joy of competing at Drake.
In that respect, Iowa State has only had one other previous women's steeplechase champion. That was Caldwell. 4 years ago. Just to be able just continue to put this event in the forefront. I mean, obviously, like Keenan said, like with you and Sheridan, certainly helps.
Yeah.
But just not only for now, but obviously we're not going to get to see you in that Iowa State kit, for very much longer. But
yeah.
for the future of the event and letting elite steeplechasers, in high school know, or in the transfer portal know, like, come to Ames.
Yeah. Coach Wallace does a great job. He steepled at Arkansas, and so it's fun to have him in the coaching position, hearing him on the infield, and just knowing that I can take confidence in the cues that he's giving me and the workouts that we're doing. It feels really good, and I hope that the girls in the 3K were watching and just knowing, hey, that was almost my high school PR right there in the steeplechase. So there's a lot of growth there, and it's a lot of fun.
You got about a second off today. How much faster can you get here?
A girl can dream. The 10 barrier is kind of where we've been dreaming for the last 2 years. Last year I broke my navicular, and that took me out, but the dream's still there. So straight 80s is what we got to do. So that's what we're hoping for.
The approach going into Big 12s now, assuming the weather actually cooperates, unlike last season.
Yeah.
Where's your head at? And especially, you said you got a regional qualifier. Sounds like, but I mean, how do you want to approach a conference championship?
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and rewatch the film and just see where we can tighten up on things. And there was a second or two there where I kind of let up and kind of fell off of the front pack, and so I'm guessing the plan's going to change a little bit. We've just been taking it race by race, literally barrier by barrier, and so we're going to sit down and have to talk through what conference looked like. This was a big confidence builder of, I can race. I remembered how to race. It took a while to get back into it, but just racing the field and see what conference gives us. I mean, I ran at Big 12s, and we've gone out in a 50 first 200, so you don't know what you're going to get there.
One random question, and maybe you may not know this, but is there one barrier on a particular lap that you struggle with and try to work on the most?
The last couple races at 1200 to go has been kind of difficult. I'm pretty confident in my steeplechase form with the steeples, but at Brian Clay, I clipped the one at the finish line 400 to go, and that was terrifying. That was a jolt of electricity. So, and not any one in particular, it's just the second I check out, that next barrier is like, whoa, the race is gone like that. So just working on every single one and being locked in on the girls more than the barriers, just because I can clear the barriers pretty easily. So.
When did you kind of know today was going to be your day? When you had the race won?
I didn't know. I knew that Sheridan has better foot speed than me, and so at 600 to go, I was like, you're just gonna have to send it right now, although she's gonna catch you at the line. And so that was just on a whim. I was not feeling great on the start line, so literally the whole race it was just compete, see where the cards fall, and just happened to fall my way today. So.
Where do you have the unearned flag, and where are you going to put the earned flag?
Oh, I don't know. I'm getting married in August to Riley Witt, who's St. Ansgar Prep, and
Is Riley here?
no, he's at home. He's got conference next week, so
Okay.
he's watching.
Yeah.
But so we'll see where all of our memorabilia ends up. I don't know. Maybe the living room. I don't know.
Kiki, congrats. Well done.
Thank you guys so
Thank you
much.
very much. Congrats.